The organization announces that you signed Kevin Lankinen. How excited are you to have some additional goaltending depth with Thatcher's situation being uncertain?
Yeah, I mean, it just adds to the whole goalie department. I mean, did a lot of film on him, and he's a good goaltender. So we're excited to have him. I think he, picked our team as he likes the way we play. He told Patrick that's nice to hear, and he's a really good NHL goalie.
Does this mean anything in terms of Seelovs when Demko returns?
Yeah, we'll sort that out. How that will play out right now. But like I said, it's just you're adding just the strength of the goalie department. That's really the first thing, and then we'll sort out the other stuff as it comes.
Did anything you see over the last 2 days convince Patrick in your conversations that maybe some depth was really crucial, like especially given that you promoted like Ty Young to one of your main groups?
Well, I think a little bit of that. I think when you have a chance, like Patrick, looking at that position, he felt that, hey, if we can get a quality guy in there, like I said. But, Marco really likes Ty Young. I actually thought he did a nice job of getting bumped up to this group.
You know if Marco has any ties to Kevin?
I think a little bit. I don't know the extent of it, but, I think he's got some ties with a bunch of goalies, but I think he does.
I can't imagine Lankinen's going to come here to Penticton, so he probably joins you back in
Monday. Yeah, I think he'll be on the ice Monday.
Your preseason start here is crazy with 5 games in 7
Yeah.
nights. Like, how much planning goes into the way you're going to roll out your goalie so that nobody's sort of overused at a stretch like that?
Yeah, and I still got to talk to Marco. I don't like the goalies splitting games personally, but we'll figure that out. But some guys will get some periods, and definitely, we need bodies around when you play 5 and 7 nights. But we got to make sure we have our vets in certain games. I haven't really decided, but the Millsy group and Pete and those guys. I assume they'll probably play 3 games. I mean, it's not set in stone, but there's guys, Ratty, guys like that. Lettermacky, Baines, those guys. I want to see them in exhibition, so they will probably play at least 3 to 4 games.
You talked yesterday about Hoagie and when
Yeah.
he showed up, and you liked what you've seen here.
Yeah.
This is your second camp now with him. And we know that he scored 24 for you last year, but the playoffs came and wasn't that sort of player. Where are you with him?
Yeah.
Just in terms of hopes and expectations and all that kind of stuff.
Like higher expectations. Like I thought he was tremendous how he grew. Now this year, I think it's another level of higher expectations. Like we expect him, not to make some of the mistakes that he made last year. Now listen, he's gonna make mistakes, but listen, he came in great shape, and I think him, Garland, and Rat, they've been pushing the pace. They're probably one of the best lines out there in the sense of sustainability. So I got to give him a lot of credit.
How much does some of the internal competition that is created by the guys you brought in help a guy like that in terms of accountability, because there are other guys that will be pushing for the same spots as him?
Yeah, I really believe in it. When you look at Miller and Besser, I thought Susie today, Mizey. I mean, I can go down a list of the veteran guys of pushing the pace, and it just adds the next drill that you can see the younger guys. Oh, I got to get going. I don't know. I'm really impressed how the vets have come in and pushed the pace, because they know the higher expectations, and it's going to be hard. They know that. So I think that I think they know that they're going to have to be really counted on, and that from day one they've been really pushing the pace.
You didn't name check him, but watching Group A, Hronix looked particularly like almost verge of nasty in some battle drills and pretty engaged.
To be honest, he's been excellent. I think 3. If you're talking about, I mean, listen, I don't want to single everybody out, because I can name a lot of good. But if you pick a guy that for 3 solid training camp days, he's just been tremendous. I mean, even there's no drop off. Some guys are sucking wind. I look at him and he's just like, what's the next drill? He worked really hard this summer, and he's talking a lot out there. So I actually texted him after the first day, hey man, you're playing really. You can tell he's just a different guy in the sense that he wants to be more vocal. So I'm really proud of him.
Do you think there's something where you commit to a long term to an organization, and it's your second camp, you're able to be more assertive as a result?
more assertive, but I think he loves his teammates and he loves Vancouver. So I think right there, and then he's got an 8-year deal, or is it 7 or 8, whatever it is, and he's got no trade. So I just feel like he's comfortable, and he wants to be a force here. So, so yeah, I got no problems with Phil.
Were you hoping to draw that out of him when you separated him and Quinn to start camp and even put them in different groups?
Well, I think he knows there's going to be sometimes they'll be together. I don't know, and sometimes they might not. And there might be, we're going to, we're playing a different team. It's a different situation. And he knows that he might have to, drive his own pair. And I think he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He'll play with anybody. So, but obviously him and Huggy together, we got to definitely get them on the ice together for sure.
What can you tell us about tomorrow and the scrimmage? Is
Yeah.
the plan to have all the big names play, or is there anybody that has to?
No. We'll try to. I don't know who from the C group will get in, but it'll basically majority will be the A versus B or whatever. We'll have special teams before that for 20 minutes, then we'll flood, and then we'll play. I think it's a 220 minutes, 220-minute, and then we have a day off. So whether I skate them after, we'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the plan.
So far, there's obviously been a lot of emphasis on rush drills.
Yeah.
Even just seeing the way the guys are fitting into rush strong, it seems like the pace, like Meraki, the pace, the skill, the playmaking, it seems like it's ramping up. How excited are you just seeing the new personnel and also the implementation of some of the things that you want to see?
Yeah, no, like I said, there's a reason why we did this. There's a reason why we put a lot of thought in the drills. Tough on the goalies. A lot of odd man rushes are tough. It's hard to evaluate a goalie when you have 4-on-2s and 4-on-3s that you all get practice. But I think it's really something that we have to start from day one and continue October, November, and push the pace. And if there's a play to be made, make a play. If there's no play there, make sure that you don't make a mistake. I think that's really and the guys understand that. I mean, we're not, we want to be a little more risky, obviously, but we don't want to be a high-risk team. And I think we just got to find that sweet spot.
Seeing some of that skill out there, executing, does it feel like a plan coming together? Like, do you get excited seeing some of the weapons at your disposal to attack the pace?
I think if you asked me 3 days, if you asked me a month ago, how do you think these 3 days go? I would say, yeah, there's going to be some, bumps and bruises and, hiccups because, we're throwing these kind of drills at them, but I thought they've handled it pretty well. It's almost like we can get to the next step. Maybe there's a couple other things we can throw at them. So, but not to get it's only day 3, but I just like the creativity. I like the guys understand what we're trying to do, and I like the D that have been jumping up in the play.
When you look at some of the best rush teams, what
Yeah.
stands out to you in terms of why they're able to be so successful? Because a lot of people say speed, but speed can mean actual skating speed. It can mean how quickly you move the puck. It can mean D jumping up. What stands out to you when you look at some of the best?
Well, I think when there's an odd man rush, the teams that take advantage of it, I mean, look at Edmonton's one of the best at it. They just attack right off the bat. Where sometimes we're processing it. Okay, is it okay if I go? If I'm not, does Tocchet want me to go here because I'm F3? Like, there's a lot of that, and I don't want that thinking. They know our system, and I think there's a lot of and headmen in the puck, and then also getting the puck in the middle of the ice. We're trying to make guys understand that we don't want the puck to go down the wall all the time. Then you skate into the wall, and then D's shift, and then you lose it, and then we have to dump the puck in. I think we've been getting the puck to the middle. That's why I think today, especially that last couple of drills, I thought guys were scoring a lot of goals because they were getting the puck in the middle, bring the 2D together. Then you can make your play from there.
Are we going to be surprised by anything you do with special teams tomorrow when you? Personnel or?
Yeah, I'm not really looking for plays. I'll be honest with you. To me, it's a mindset. And I don't want to see frustration. I want to see guys chasing pucks down. I want to see guys work. I want to see attack. I don't want to see frustration more because that's what we got to work on. And how I deal with, I'm not even worried about it. I don't think they'd be frustrated because they know that they might, it's not going to be a perfect power play. It's only the 4th day, but we have to have the mindset of a working power play and attack style. We'll worry about plays down the road. That's really what we have to worry about right now.
Is Jake the obvious choice to sort of round out that first unit, or is it an open audition?
No, I think we got to give Jake a chance. I mean, I don't know how much in Boston he played. I mean, I think he was on the 2nd unit in Boston. So He's got a hell of a shot, right? So if whether he's in that bumper, he gets that shot quick away. You know, we especially last year, the first half of the year, we found that bumper a lot, and we didn't even the last part of the year, we didn't score off that if it wasn't Brock. And Brock's so valuable down low, so we'll work it out.
Could Sprong give you an interesting look in that
Well, I
spot,
think
too?
you got to look at him. I don't know where he fits, but his shot is deadly. So I mean, you see the way he can really shoot the puck. So, you know, we got to wherever power play, we got to make sure he gets some looks, because when, you know, him on a flank coming in on the goalie, that's a dangerous shot.
JT Miller's an asshole.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.